Miss Snell. I mean, there wouldn't be anything here without her.
She had a sense of humor, a raucous laugh that we all tried to imitate without success.
Quite honestly, when I attended here in the 60s, Eleanor Snell was the chief cook and bottle washer for the women's athletics.
She allowed people to stand on their own 2 feet, make their own mistakes, figure things out, and because the teams were successful and everyone stood together, people were confident.
She was unique in many ways, but she didn't know anything about field hockey, but she knew sports, and she was never afraid to learn from other coaches, including men coaches, which was unheard of in that era.
But I think the one quality that she had that was amazing, and I don't think I knew about it till years later, was her brilliance. She was very, very bright. She corrected our grammar every bit as much as she corrected our hockey swing.
She was a forerunner in women's athletics.
The women of the past and all through the times here have always made it okay to be good. And I think that started back with Miss Snell and her fight to make that be all right.
I've had the good fortune to do the Snell Symposium for all these years, 17 years as a matter of fact. And that was a door that opened for me, and it was based on her life partly, her legacy, getting women into coaching.
When I graduated, I really wanted to be into coaching, and at that time you also taught. You didn't have coaching and teaching, and I knew I was going to be into coaching. I never dreamed I would go to the level I went.
Miss Snell produced not a lot of good phys ed teachers, because a lot of us, like I minored in English, and I didn't want to teach gym. I wanted to teach English and coach. But she produced coaches, and that was our legacy was coaching here.
In 1972, 90% of women's teams were coached by women. And 40 years later, that number was down to 46%. So there's a huge gap, and that's what we're trying to fill. It's not rocket science.
There was no choice. When I was coaching, we were in the Patriot League, which was a perfect match, athletically and academically. It was Dr. Strasburger thought this was great. And then American U wanted to join the Patriot League in all sports. Well, that took care of our single sport.
Did I at that time want to see Ursinus drop from D1 to D3? No, but I understand the circumstances of recruiting, and I understand the circumstances of scholarships and how it affects programs.
I guess when I came to Ursinus, we realized how small Collegeville was. And I tried to make sure that we went beyond the Perkiomen or beyond Pottstown. So I had maybe 7 or 8 teams, and we went abroad.
I was lucky. I made the United States field hockey team. I made the United States lacrosse team. And by making those teams, I then was also a part of many touring teams around the world.
So opening the doors to people and seeing what the world had to offer was neat.
What it's done for me and what I've given back, I was with Bonnie as her assistant in the Olympics.
I knew I wanted to get into college, so an opening came at Westchester. I took that. I was the first one to get involved with the national championships. Everything changed. 22-game schedule, out-of-season practice, all this and that. And so we won the championship the first 2 years of national championships against Ursinus. Anyway, then we heard the Olympics were going to be, field hockey for women were going to be in the Olympics. And I said, why not? So I applied, I got it, and we went on, and only team to win a bronze medal in Los Angeles.
Honoring 2 of our flagship programs in field hockey and lacrosse is a tremendous opportunity for all of us together to celebrate the traditions, the history, and the legacy of Ursinus athletics.
Just when you meet at the reunion all the different women that played under her, you'll understand the influence she had here at this college.
I'm so excited for even the kids that just graduated that are 2016 to be able to meet people from 46 and to be able to talk to people from 56 and 76 and 86, and to recognize that the lessons that were relevant then are lessons that are relevant now, and that the student athletes here now are as serious as the student athletes then, and that we're all cut from the same cloth.